Hey, this is Heidi Dawson. If you love all things health and wellness and style of any kind, hang out here with me each week. I'm obsessed with never-ending improvement, and it's all in an effort to help each one of us live a wildly successful lifestyle. Subscribe today so you don't miss a thing. Hi guys, welcome to the 46th episode of the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. Well, I am not going to beat around the bush here. It looks like we're going backwards a little bit with the whole lockdown situation, which is not what I was expecting, and you probably feel the same. Now, I hope that it's not gotten you too down and that you're okay in spite of all the uncertainty that we're living with. It just seems to never end, right? I mean, if you're struggling, and most people that I've talked to are, then you have to know that you're not alone. I mean, we're all struggling in our own way. I've been struggling a little bit lately because things are so up in the air. I mean, it seems we're going back and forth of when things are going to go back to normal. Now, I'm okay when I know something, like when I know the time frame, but the idea of not knowing is tough, and I'm sure a lot of you feel that same way. I mean, I love to be out and about and traveling and having dinner with friends, and I also love for the people around me to be happy, and that is so hard for so many right now. So I've been really having to work on my mindset and not let myself get too down and not get into, negative conversations about things. I've been staying off social media and the news as much as possible. And I know I talk about that a lot, but it just drains you. I mean, it really does take a lot out of you. I mean, the reason it drains you is because you're basically allowing other people to get into your mind and control your emotions. I mean, the news gets paid to create drama. Social media is designed to create anxiety, because how can you possibly keep up with the perfect lives that you see displayed? It's almost impossible. I mean, but if you could see the backstory on most of those posts, and like the perfect pictures probably took 30 pictures to get that picture, right? You'd be surprised. So always be aware of how much time you spend letting others control your mindset. Honestly, for me, I found that focusing on what I do control, and not only what I can do to make myself better, but also how I can add value to others, has been a really good way of helping me stay sane. Now, I can't control what everyone else is doing, and I certainly can't control what the government decides is open or not open, but one thing I know is we don't know how long things are going to be weird, so we can't use it as an excuse anymore. It was okay for a minute. But we cannot do it anymore. We can't say, because of COVID, I'm going to eat whatever I want, or I'm not going to exercise, or I'm going to watch 15 hours straight of Netflix. We can't do that anymore if we want to be the best version of ourselves. Right now is when you see what you're made of. Right now is when you show others what is possible. I mean, your kids are watching you. Your family's watching you. Right now is when you make a plan for what the rest of your week is going to look like, regardless of what's going on externally. Shut all of that out. Prove to yourself that you can do that. Now, eventually, this is all going to pass. We know that. I mean, history shows that these things pass. Once it passes, though, are you going to be playing catch up? Or are you going to be on top of your game? And if it even annoys you that I'm asking that question, then we probably know the answer. And you know what? That's okay. Do not be mad at yourself, and don't be down on yourself. Just decide right now that you're going to be better. Okay? I was talking to a friend this morning, and I told her, you look great. You look like you've lost weight. And she said, I've put on 20 pounds since the lockdown, but I had to take it off because it was adding a lot of stress to an already stressful situation. Being healthy and fit and happy is the best thing we can do right now to stay sane and keep our families sane. We have got to be an example of what is possible. They need that. You need that. So what does that look like for me? So, I have a plan for each day. I make sure that every single day I take care of my health mentally and physically. So I journal, I meditate, I exercise at least 6 days a week, most weeks, and I eat as healthy as possible. Now, for the sake of transparency, I ate 2 peanut butter cookies in a row during an extra stressful moment this week, but that's over, and I am not beating myself up about it, okay? I'm just going right back to my healthy eating, and I'm going to move past it. But do you know that I know that I've grown? You know why? because the old me would have thrown the whole day to the wind and eaten bad the rest of the day because I messed up once. I don't do that anymore. I've been working on my healthy eating and will continue to work on that until I take my last breath, I'm sure. Now, I also, for my day, I try to read a lot. And whether that's in the morning or in the evening, instead of watching something on TV, I'm trying to read more, fill my brain with good, positive information. And I listen to at least one good uplifting podcast every day. So you have to be listening to my Wednesday wisdom episodes because so often they come with really good suggestions for books and uplifting podcasts that I didn't know existed. So check those out. Now, I don't know about you, but hearing inspiring stories from other people is just such a sure way to help not only put things into perspective, but give me that boost to keep going when I want to quit, which is, a lot in the last few months. Life is not a cakewalk for most people right now. So we have got to use all the tools we have in our woodshed. Use them all. Sometimes when I'm running, I'll put on a David Goggins channel on my Spotify, whatever you call it. You want to get pumped? Listen to David Goggins. He's a former Navy SEAL, triathlete, motivational speaker, and author. How about Jocko Willink? He's another former Navy SEAL. He has this video called Good. In fact, I'm going to link it in the show notes because it's so amazing and inspiring. So here's just kind of the gist. He says, you didn't get promoted? Good. More time to get better. You have unexpected problems? Good. We have the opportunity to find a better solution. And I'm going to end today with this from Jocko because I think we all need to hear it. When things don't go your way, get up, dust off, reload, re-engage, and let's get after it. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you in a few days. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends because we're just going to keep going bigger and better places together, and I love that about us. Talk to you in a few days.